Brisk really is the #1 AI tool for schools and districts, and here's why. Brisk works where you do. There's no need to copy and paste, no additional apps needed. Brisk in this case is opened up over top of this Google Doc, but it also opens up over top of Google Slides, YouTube videos, web pages, articles. You can also use it with PDFs and Word documents. So let me show you over here. We have this upload button, and this is where you can also upload any image files. So if you have a picture of a whiteboard from your classroom, an anchor chart, maybe it's diagram or student written work, you can upload it and be able to use Brisk. That's also where you'll go to be able to upload any PDFs or Word documents. You can simply click that paperclip icon and get started. Now, here in Brisk, you're going to see I do have this create button. From a blank Google Doc, there are many things I can do. I can go ahead and create anything I need. Maybe I want an inquiry worksheet. I can click that. I can put in a prompt, and then from there, it's going to generate whatever I need. Now, let's say I have content in a Google Doc already, and in this case, I have matter in motion. Now, I can go down to our create option, and this is where I can create a quiz on this content. I could even generate a podcast on this, and I really love this feature. So by generating a podcast, that means Brisk will take all of my content and then put it into podcast format so that students receive the audio of characters speaking to one another in that conversational format. Additionally, they'll receive that transcript so they can follow along. So there are so many ways that we can use Brisk. I can also generate a presentation to go along with this. Now, Brisk does a lot of the heavy lifting, but as educators, we still want to have our own unique students in mind, and then of course, do our own customizations. You'll see in here in Brisk, you also have administrative tasks and intervention support too. I also want to showcase how you can use Brisk over top of a YouTube video. Again, I'm going to see Brisk right here, and all I need to do is click Brisk. It's going to open up, and now I can click on Create. From here, I can always create anything. Maybe I want to do a gamified activity that incorporates the content and the facts about our polar bears. Or I could create a podcast, a quiz, a lesson activity, and more. I really love this create anything button because then I can generate anything I'm looking for. Now let's go on over, and now I'm going to click over onto a web page article. In this case, I do have an article here, and this is about a day at work for a dog trainer. And maybe I'm using this as a reading comprehension activity with my students. I can always go back to create just like I have with anything else. Or I can also choose to change level. This is lovely because so often as educators, we are trying to make different accommodations. We want to differentiate all of the activities for our students to make sure that they are appropriate for them. So by clicking change level, I'll now be able to make a change. Maybe I have a student who's reading at a 3rd grade level and I want to make that adjustment for them. I can also come in here and translate. So I love that we really can support students in all different ways. And now all I need to do is click change reading level. I also love the fact that with Brisk Teaching, I can take one activity, such as this web article here. Not only can I create any resources or quizzes or anything like that that I may need to do to supplement learning, change levels, just like we saw, but I can also go in and boost student activity. So there's so much I can create from just this one resource. So in this case, if I click boost student activity, you'll see some additional options here. I can create any of the options under the engage tab, or I can go over to assess and make a pulse check or an exit ticket with my students. And then they're engaging with a chat and really being asked questions to create them to be more curious and to ask quality questions as well. And of course, we can also provide writing support for our students through a writing coach, glows and grows, next steps, and goal setting. There are so many possibilities. Now, returning to this Google Doc here, I also want to show you how you can provide feedback for students. Let's say this is student written work that they've submitted. If I want to provide feedback, I can go to give feedback, and I can select from targeted feedback, glow and grow feedback, rubric, criteria, or next steps. Now, keep in mind that whenever we provide that feedback, we as educators still want to put our eyes on it. We want to know all about where our students are in the learning journey. This is really just supporting us in that process. Brisk really is the ultimate AI tool for schools and districts because of all that you can do with it, and it works where you do. No need to copy and paste. It works alongside you. We're excited for you to get started. We can't wait to hear all about your journey with Brisk, so keep us posted as you go. If you have questions, feel free to comment below this video.